Hey everybody, welcome back. Monday Morning Briefing, episode number 96. It's July the 20th, and it's kind of been a really crazy week. This shop is a complete wreck. We've been really busy in the shop trying to get orders out. We had a project video come out last week we'll talk about in just a minute. We're trying to get ready to go to Waco. That show is going to be the Heart of Texas Leather Show in Waco there, the convention center. That's going to be August the 11th and 12th. So if you're in the area or you want to make the trip to Waco, it's a fantastic show. The Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal do a great job of putting that show on, and they'll be teaching. I think classes start Tuesday. We'll teach 3 days worth of classes. They're at Waco. Our classes are full, but there's a lot of workshops at that show. So if you haven't already, hop on their website, go to Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal, go to the Hot Show or the Heart of Texas Leather Show page on their website, and check out their workshop schedule and see if there's something there that might interest you. It really makes for a nice show when you go earlier before the show begins, during that week for 1 or 2 days, and take classes and workshops with the amazing instructors that are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of them there, and it's just a great opportunity to sit in a classroom with them and really, get some extra skills, get some extra knowledge, and the opportunity to do that is really good. Something new that we're doing, or that Aaron's doing at the show this year. Aaron is running a contest. Him and I guess I'm part of it as well. And Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal are putting on a leather competition or a leather contest. They do the big World Leather debut up in Sheridan, and I think they may do something at Prescott. I'm not really sure, but Aaron wanted to do some type of contest at Waco, and he came up with the idea, which I thought was really neat. But it's more of a real world scenario, kind of in your shop. If you're trying to fill orders, that kind of thing, you give somebody a deadline, you're trying to hit that deadline, but also be creative and do good work, obviously. So he came up with the last minute leather shootout. And what this is the pattern is available officially today. And so the pattern's free. You can go to Aaron's website at Makers Leather Supply. You can go to my website, our website. Links will be down in the description for both of those. Or you can go to Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal's website and download the free pattern. The pattern looks like this, or the PDF file looks like this. It's got all the rules about the competition on here, kind of how it's going to be constructed and done. The project is going to be a billfold. And so when you download this PDF file, it'll come with the patterns that you need, just like any other patterns that Aaron or I do. You will be able to cut out these pieces here to build this billfold. Also in there are 2 different tooling patterns. So part of the rules on this contest is that you have to build this project. And you've got from today until the 10th of August to get this project done and delivered to Waco. And so that's kind of a real world scenario. If you're trying to hit a deadline for a client or a customer, it kind of puts that little bit of extra pressure on you, kind of levels the playing field. We're all building the same thing. And then we've got 2 different tooling patterns. So there's 2 categories in this contest. There's a beginner's category, and that will be this pattern here. And you can get that, like I said, at the website. You'll tool this pattern however you want to tool it, but you've got to tool this floral carving pattern. On the beginner's level or category, he actually went ahead and tooled one of this pattern just so that you have some type of idea. A lot of beginners sometimes will have trouble trying to understand how a certain flower is tooled or what they should do or that kind of thing. And so he went ahead and tooled one up, and that way you can kind of have just an idea of what's what. And then but feel free to use your own creativity, your own tools, your own artistic leanings as far as how you want to tool this thing, painting it, dyeing it, whatever you want to do to it. It's just got to be this floral pattern. When it comes to the advanced, this is the pattern for the advanced, and as Aaron says, advanced toolers, you're on your own. There's the pattern. I drew both these patterns up. I tried to do something that was kind of challenging but still elegant and fairly simple and straightforward on the beginner's level pattern, and then on the advanced I kind of just did something as much as I could in there on a wallet back, and just try to do something that was really challenging. So it may or may not be, depending on where you are in your skill level as an advanced tooler, but have fun with it, do what you want to with it. But those are the patterns, and like I said, we'll put links down in the description to mine, Aaron's, and the Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal's website so that you can go there It doesn't cost anything to get this pattern. Just go ahead and download it, even if you're not going to come to Waco or you're not going to enter the contest. If you're not coming to Waco, you can always mail your project to Aaron, and there's information on this handout that'll tell you his address and that and when to have it to him by. But you can always get it done, mail it in, and then it'll be there at the show and it will be judged. Myself, Aaron and Terry Henson are going to be the judges for this contest, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. We all three come from, have a little bit different art about us and kind of what we focus on. Terry and I obviously are both saddle makers. I feel like our art is a little bit different as far as our tooling style, what we look for. He's obviously got more time in the industry than me, and so that brings a lot to the table to try to bring some things up that I may not know to look for and things like that. And he's done some judging in the past. I have once or twice, and then of course Aaron's stuff is very unique in what he does in his tooling and things like that. And so it should be a very kind of well-rounded set of judges there that I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging. I personally haven't judged enough to really have an opinion on whether I enjoy it or not. I like to give people advice and help them. I may have helped some of y'all if you've emailed me or called me, or if you're in our tooling course online. I do give critiques on stuff. I like to do it for the benefit of you to make your tooling better, but I don't enjoy picking apart people's stuff. But when you're judging an event, sometimes you've got to decide what's placing this person above this person or behind or whatever on their work. And so that's the part that's just always hard. And so I'm glad to have a guy like Terry in there that's kind of been in that situation, has done that. And so we can kind of feed off of him as far as, kind of getting that kind of lined out. Aaron's judged a lot too, holster competitions and things like that. So I'm going to be following their lead on the proper way to kind of cipher through all of the entries. I'm hoping we have quite a few. So far this morning, we've had quite a few downloads of the pattern. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be all the entries that are going to be in there, but I look forward to seeing as many as we can get in there, because I think it can really grow into a really neat competition and maybe expand later. I think Aaron had a great idea on this thing. I like the real world scenario of the deadline and kind of a time constraint. We're not taking a year to build a project and really just gobbling up tons and tons and tons of hours. This thing's going to have to be kind of done in more of a real world scenario. So it ought to be fun. But anyway, like I said, links in the description. Get your free copy. Even if you're not going to enter the show, go ahead and grab this. It's a great deal to, you get 2 free patterns with it. You can practice, you can make a project. It's got everything you need to make this billfold. Great opportunity. And then, like I said, we can kind of go from there. But that'll be available. You'll just print this out on your own printer, by the way. You just go on there, and it's like a product on my website and Aaron's as well. You'll have to go through the process, and it'll send you the download or prepare them right there at the end of checkout, and then you just print that out on your own printer. He does have scaling on here, the 1-inch square, so you guys know how to do that if you've done any kind of PDF file patterns. Back to what we're doing in the shop. Like I said, we've kind of been running fast this morning trying to get that up on the website, and then get prepared to do this video to let everybody know about it. We're sharing it on social media and stuff as well. And Aaron has also done a video on his YouTube about the whole show, so you can go back and watch that as well. But what we're working on in the shop is just, like I said, the last Monday video, we've just been really slamming on some saddles and trying to get a couple done before we go to Waco that I need to have done, and then I need to get another couple started. So I've got one behind me here that's been oiled. We oiled it yesterday. If you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen that. We got that oiled up, and we're ready to start assembling this saddle today. And so hopefully we'll have it pretty close to being done by tomorrow. I've still got to do a flank cinch and stuff for it. And then we've been doing project videos. We've had 3 or so project videos in the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that. One of them being the eyeglass case. Many of y'all remember that. I'm sorry, my bench is a total wreck right now. But this is the eyeglass pattern. We did that. That one's done really well. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook that have made these, and they're working on these, and they're having a lot of fun with them. One person I've seen on Facebook has made, I think he's probably made a dozen of these already. He's been making quite a few, but it's really neat. It's a great little project. Use up some of that 3-4 ounce scrap that you have. But last week's, on the eyeglass case, we also do offer the acrylic template for that. I did put that out there on social media, and they've been selling really good. But if you haven't caught that, yes, we do offer an acrylic template on this. We're trying to expand the acrylic templates slowly as we can. I'm kind of new to that game, and so we're working with Aaron at Makers Leather Supply to get us some templates on some things that I think are useful. We're not going to do templates for every single thing that we do, but maybe over time we'll add quite a few more. So I'm just adding them as I think they'll be, worthy of you guys, that y'all would actually like to use a template for that particular thing. Last week's project was the golf ball sleeve, and this pattern has been doing really well. I felt like it would. It looks like this. If you haven't seen the video or haven't heard of it just yet, it's got one little snap here. I used a scissor snap. You use any snap you want. It's a 3/4 inch snap, and that would hang on your golf bag. Like I said in the video, I don't play golf, but I know a lot of people play golf. I've got a lot of cowboy friends of mine, team ropers, city folks. A lot of people play golf. Golf is huge, and so I thought that would be kind of a fun project. So we did that. The interesting thing with it, it'll hold 4 golf balls in here, and then it just snaps closed. It's all one piece, minus the little piece of leather that you need to hang your snap. But then I did a slot here on the bottom, and that was actually the idea of our producer of our podcast. He plays golf. He's into that, and he had the idea of putting a slot at the bottom to where you can squeeze a golf ball out without having to open the golf ball sleeve when it's hanging on your bag. And so I thought that's something I wouldn't have known, because I don't play golf, so I wouldn't have thought of that little creature comfort there. But it turned out really cool. I think it's unique. I think these will make really, really good gifts. If you're looking for a project, if you're new to leatherwork or you've been in it for a while, and you're looking for that project that you can slap together really fast, charge a good dollar value for it as far as your profit margins in your business, and also not use a ton of leather or a ton of shop time, this is one of those projects. I did one yesterday that I just basket stamped. I haven't put it together yet, but I basket stamped it. It took me, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, maybe even not even that, to do that. It's going to take longer, or took longer to tool it with basket stamp than it will to put this together. You can literally put one of these together, including your edge slicking and stuff, in probably 15 minutes. Once it's cut out and ready to go, and after it's been tooled and dyed, whatever you're going to do there, it will take you probably less than 15 minutes to put this together. So if you're going to a craft show, if you're going to a market days, if you're going to a golf tournament and you want to set up a little booth, if you're going to a team roping, like I said, don't shy away from taking these to a team roping or to a ranch rodeo or to anything like that, because you'd be surprised at how many cowboys out there play golf. It's a competitive sport. Cowboys are competitive. They like to challenge each other, and so it's a no-brainer. Take these with you, because I guarantee you, I think they'll sell really well. I'm going to price one of these out. I haven't priced one out yet. A lot of people have asked me how much would I charge for one just like this. In my mind right now, just without doing any pricing, I'm gonna probably guess 150, 175 bucks for this, with this tooling and this dye work. So, and that's, you don't have that much leather in this thing, and definitely not that much time. So that most of it is the tooling, and so that'd be a good price point. I think a good. It's going to be a good money maker for you in your shop, much like knife sheaths, money clip wallets, those type of things. But the video's been doing really good. The pattern pack is doing well. We did allow back orders on this pattern. We've kind of stopped allowing back orders on some of the patterns, as you may notice. Some of them say sold out. If they are and you want something that is sold out, don't ever hesitate to call the shop. I'll write it down. As soon as we get some more, we'll do your order for you and get you one out. But these I left open so that we could do back orders, because I wasn't sure how good this pattern was going to do, how hot it was going to be. And so we sold the first run over the weekend. I got another run yesterday, and that run is basically just filling the back orders. I've still got some in stock. We'll update the website today with it, but like I said, you can go on there and get them even if I'm out. And I've got another run actually ordered now, so I may have that tomorrow. I may have it Monday, but we do have more coming, and we'll try to have plenty at Waco if everybody's wanting this. This one comes with 10 different floral tooling patterns for this. Some of them are partial, where you can add some geometric stamping and things like that. But it's a good pack. I think it's going to do good. I think this is one of those items that's going to be a money maker for you in your shop. Something like the buckhorn bag, it's a fantastic project. It's a good one. It sold really well for us. It's a very challenging project, so it'll really stretch you. That's kind of my thought on that project. How many of those are you going to actually get orders for? Maybe not a ton, depending on where you're at and your customers and things, but that's a higher ticket item. It should be a very high ticket item because there's a lot of time in that bag. But projects like this, or the eyeglass case, knife scabbards, these projects are money makers. These are ones that you can make a bunch of. You can make a dozen of these, take them to a show. A dozen eyeglass cases, you can take orders for these. You can turn them around really quickly, and that's what you need to have, some items like that in your shop. Even if you're just building saddles, there's some time in between the time you take a saddle order and then get a saddle delivered and get paid. And so you need some items in the middle there that can make you money daily. And I think small items like this are the way to go. Just developing and designing just little things like that people like, crossbody, fanny pack, those kind of things. A little bit more involved, but still fairly easy to sell. Not super high priced price point. And so you'll reach more customers with that than those real high price point items. Also with the golf ball sleeve, I did share earlier this week, I got my die, and we had a die made for it, and so we are offering die cut material packs for the golf ball sleeve. This, with the pattern or even without it, if you just know you're crafty enough and you've been in it for a while, you know what you're doing, you don't need the pattern, you can draw your own patterns. This still is a game changer for this project because it cuts out the slot, makes all your holes for your snaps and your snap hanger. And now you can get a stack of these. We sell them in a single and as well as a 3-pack. And so you can get some of these, got them clicked out, you can prep them up, sit there one day and tool a dozen of these. The next day, put them all together probably before lunch. And then you've got a little box full of golf ball sleeves you can take somewhere and sell them. So these are cut from 5 to 6 ounce Herman oak leather, as all of our other material packs are cut from Herman oak leather, and so these are going to tool up really nicely. If you want those, we'll do our best to keep those in stock on the website. I think we sold out yesterday afternoon. I popped some more on there this morning. I'm going to be cutting all day today, trying to get some of the stuff filled up on the website as far as our belt material packs, some of our gun slings, things like that. We got a leather shipment in a few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, in preparation for Waco, and so I haven't really dove into that pile just too much just yet. But I'm starting probably this weekend to really start cutting and getting ready for Waco. For those of y'all that are coming, we may run some little deals there at Waco on some of those material packs and stuff as we come in. Waco's kind of our deal coming into the fall, getting ready for Christmas and things like that. We're not going to talk about Christmas. I know it's July. I know it's 187 degrees at everybody's home right now. It doesn't matter, I don't think, even if you're up north. It's probably pretty hot, unseasonably for you guys too. And so nobody's thinking about Christmas just yet, but we will after Waco. We'll start talking about Christmas, so be ready for that. Other than that, we're just doing that in here in the shop. Like I said, I cleaned some, but then we've been jamming on saddles and trying to get some things done. We've got a little event this weekend, little family event this weekend, and so I've been trying to really hustle in the shop and just stay focused on getting things done, getting some of these orders out. Now that we've got a refill of the golf ball sleeve, many of your orders, if your order hadn't gone out, it may be because you got this and we were out of it, so we hold that until we get our next run, and then we'll send it out. We sent a bunch of them out yesterday, sending a bunch out today, and we should get caught up pretty quick. I want to thank everybody that's already that's purchased patterns from us, material packs. I hope those resources are helping you in your shop. I hope they make it just easier, more enjoyable, give you a little bit more confidence to be able to build stuff for people, whether you're giving it away or selling it or going to hit some little market days or whatever you're doing. We hope that our resources are kind of giving you that confidence and that little bit of extra knowledge so that you can, go forward and continue to grow your skill set. Because, when we all started in leatherwork, a lot of times the only reason we take orders is just so we can get some money to buy more tools without having to dive into our our normal money from our jobs or whatever. And so it's nice to be able to build some projects and actually have people want to pay you for them, and then you're able to take that money and buy a new tool or maybe some more leather to do a bigger project or move on to the next one, so to speak. And so that's what it's all about. Guys, that's really all I got for you today. Like I said, we're moving pretty quick here this morning. My son's going to be in here with me all afternoon. They've got to run and get some stuff for that little deal this weekend, and so him and I are going to hang out. He's been making some little projects. In fact, I don't have it with me, but he made Aaron's little it's a simple, I only have one of the pieces. He's got the templates. I got some templates from Aaron and Sheridan for just some little simple projects, and he made Aaron's little snap wallet. It folds over. It's got a couple snaps in it. If you've made that project, it's pretty simple. It's a good introductory project for young leather craftsmen or people that are new to leathercraft. And so he made one of those yesterday and was having fun. He also made one of these golf ball sleeves, but he has it with him. He doesn't even know how to play golf. I don't know that he's ever seen a golf club, but he wanted a golf ball sleeve, and so I cut one of these out for him, and he sewed it together, hand sewed it and everything, and put it together. So he had fun with that yesterday. So he's going to work on another project today. I am working on coming up with a few projects that are really good for first-time leatherworkers, young people, kids and stuff that want to maybe play with leatherwork and kind of get started in that. I'm going to work on a few little projects, patterns and things. We added to the website, if you go to get this pattern, you'll notice it's on a page on our website called Free Digital Patterns. That page, we used to have it on our old website back before we updated a couple years ago. We had a free download page that had some patterns. I took those off and couldn't really just find a good spot for it on the new website, and so a lot of those patterns were some of my real old patterns, the letters and a few just flowers and stuff. So I want to do some that are a little bit more professional, even though they're going to be free. And so we just kind of paused that for a minute, and it's been gone. That page is back on our website. The only thing that's on it right now is this leather shootout form. But there's going to be more patterns come on there. I'm going to design, like I said, the kid project patterns, the new leather worker patterns. I'm going to do a few of those. They'll probably end up on that. If they're simple enough, some of those will end up on there. And then we'll go ahead and I'll probably do some new like letters, fonts. If some of you are looking for different leather fonts and things. I don't know. I've always gone to just like fonts on Google and just looked at different styles of font and kind of those kind of deals, and then just kind of use that as inspiration to design my own. I've been into calligraphy as a young kid. I played with calligraphy a lot. I like penmanship. I like that kind of stuff. And so most of my fonts or my text is inspired by some of the different styles that are out there, but I've got sign writing books and things like that. And mainly I've got those just for that kind of inspiration, just to come up with some styles that are a little different. I think most of the fonts that I've used or that I use in my work a lot of times is kind of just a rendition of tons of fonts that I've seen and styles of text. And so, but I'll try to design some just to put some out there, because I know some people have trouble with coming up with cool looking letters and styles and things. And but yeah, that free digital patterns page, that's going to be on there going forward. This will probably just stay available. I would assume. I'll ask Aaron what he wants to do with it after the contest, but we'll be putting some things on there that'll just be free resources, give you an opportunity or give somebody an opportunity that's new to leatherwork, that doesn't want to just go off and buy patterns because they're not sure if they're going to enjoy it, or just need a simple little resource that you can go on there and grab. So we'll be putting some more stuff on there. I'm going to get back at it in the shop. I got a lot of stuff to do this morning. I appreciate you guys. Go to our website, hit the links down below, either mine or Aaron's or Leathercrafter's Journal, and get your copy. Even if you're not coming to Waco, even if you're not going to enter the deal, grab it, because it's a free tooling pattern. It's a free project pattern. Grab hold of it, and even if you're not going to enter it, just make it, and give it a try. Keep pushing yourself, and if you are going to enter it and you are going to be at Waco, we're excited, and I can't wait to see what you do, and I look forward to meeting you in the booth. We'll be there August the 11th and 12th for the Heart of Texas Leather Show, and be sure to go to dgsaddlery.com, sign up for the Leathercraft newsletter, and we'll see y'all next week in the Monday Morning Briefing.